Hello, this is Left Turn Productions, and welcome to my 2020 Cup Series prediction video. I'm doing this right before the Clash and just after Daytona 500 qualifying. So, first of all, if you haven't seen who has won the pole yet, spoilers. Congratulations to Ricky Stenhouse Jr. for winning the 2020 Daytona pole. Uh, Technically, that's a Hendrick aligned car, so Hendrick engines still keeping that streak going from 2015. But technically, Hendrick Motorsports themselves did not win the pole this time. So, is it still rigged? I don't know. Because apparently, every time someone thinks that the Hendrick cars. Apparently, every time a Hendrick car gets the pole, everyone calls it rigged. I mean, if it was truly rigged, I believe Jimmy Johnson would have gotten the pole, and he didn't. So yeah, here are my 20 predictions for the 2020 season. This is the third year that I've done this, and both the previous 2 years have been disasters. I've never gotten more than 6 predictions right. 2018 was those 6 predictions, and last year was even worse. It was like 4.5, I think, was my final score, because I kind of got half of one right. Anyway, I'm a little more conservative with my predictions this time, a little safer. So there aren't going to be that many flashy predictions. There will be a few bold ones because I don't want to be boring. But yeah, prediction number 1, I think it might be a bold one. I don't know. William Byron will get his first career win in the first race. He will win the Daytona 500. I've never predicted the winner of the Daytona 500 right. The closest I came was last year when I predicted Kyle Busch would win it, and he finished second. And my previous closest, I've always predicted the winner of the Daytona 500. I've always tried to. And the closest before last year's was Matt Kenseth in 2014. I think he finished 5th. Or, no, it was 7th, I think, in that race. So this was the first time, last year was the first time that the person I predicted to win the Daytona 500 actually finished in the top 5. But I think William Byron's going to pull through and get it here. He had the speed in qualifying, that's for sure. Prediction number 2, Joe Gibbs Racing will continue their domination and win 15 or more races. I believe that Joe Gibbs Racing is going to absolutely obliterate the field this season, just like they did last year. Maybe not quite as bad, but I still believe that they're going to be by far the best team. In 15 races combined between the 4 drivers, 15 wins. I believe most of those will be from Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin. And with Jones and Truex getting a few apiece as well to get it over 15. Okay, up to or over 15. Prediction number 3, Christopher Bell will win, becoming the first rookie to win a race since 2011. Rookies don't usually win races in the Cup Series. Sometimes they get close, but it seems like they never ever win. But I believe Christopher Bell is good enough to win this season, and his car is good enough to win, as DiBenedetto showed last year. Even though he didn't actually win, he came close a couple times. So I believe Christopher Bell will win a race this year and make it to the chase. And especially considering the Joe Gibbs Alliance, Joe Gibbs Racing, the best team in NASCAR, they're gonna get some of that success as well, and they're probably actually gonna get more. So yeah, that's what I think is gonna happen there. Prediction number 4, I always predict 2 drivers that were in the chase last year will miss next year, and this year's combatants are Clint Bowyer and Alex Bowman. I don't know why I put Bowman on there, actually. I think Bowman's gonna have a good season. I'm already refuting this prediction, but you know what? I'll just keep it. I'll keep it. I'm probably going to get this one wrong, but those are always bold predictions. Usually that prediction is after over the first race, because usually one of the drivers I list ends up winning the 500. So look out for Clint Bowyer or Alex Bowman to win the Daytona 500 this year. Probably Alex Bowman, actually, now that I think about it. Prediction number 5, Jimmy Johnson will go winless but still make the chase. I know Caleb predicted him to miss the chase and go winless. I still think he's going to make the chase. The crew chief's definitely going to help. What's his name? No, Mendring was the one he had last season. I think. I don't know. The crew chief that he got starting at the beginning of the season, or starting towards the middle of the season last year, He made some improvements while he had that guy, and I feel like he's going to help him a lot in this season, get him in the chase. I still don't think he's going to win, because let's be honest here, Jimmy's past his prime. But I do think that he's going to make it through the chase and maybe even make it to the round of 12. But I didn't put round of 12 in the predictions, so yeah. Prediction number 6, we will have an upset winner somewhere other than Daytona and Talladega. My question of this is, does Matt DiBenedetto count as an upset because of a later prediction I make on the list? That's all I got to say there. Prediction number 7, at least 7 of the races this season will have weather interference. Seems like every year there are more and more races that have weather interference. Rain delays, rained out qualifying, rain-shortened races. This definitely came to mind last year when we had 2 races in a row which were halted by lightning. Chicago and Daytona. But yeah, it seems like we get more and more of them every year, and I feel like we're going to have at least 7, probably more than that. Prediction number 8, the last person to advance through each round of the chase will advance by 3 points or less. Do you understand what I'm saying in this prediction? I'm saying the last guy to make it into the next round, like 12th in the round of 16, 8th in the round of 12, 4th in the round of 8, and so on, they're going to get in by 3 points or less. It's going to be close on the cut line every single time this year. Usually, at least one of the rounds are close. I don't think all 3 have been close every year, though. But yeah, I think that will happen this season, though. Prediction number 9, and this is a very bold prediction, probably the boldest one here. Brad Keselowski will be a first-round exit in the chase. Brad Keselowski's had a lot of bad luck in this chase format. He's had a lot of good luck, too, actually. It's been a roller coaster ride for Keselowski. Last year, he just completely choked away the round of 12 there. I still have no idea how he was able to miss it. But yeah, Keselowski seems to have a rough time in this format. Plus, he has a new crew chief. I forgot what his name was, but he was Brian Blaney's crew chief last year. I don't think Keselowski makes it past the round of 16. I feel like he's going to have a pretty weak season. I still think he'll win at least once, but I don't think he's getting past the round of 16. But also, if he doesn't win, don't hold me against the I think he'll win at least once, because I don't think that's a prediction on here. Let me just quickly check. No, there are no more Brad Keselowski predictions in here. Prediction number 10, and this one's pretty similar. Martin Truex Jr. will win no more than 3 races. I feel like he'll do a little better than Brad Keselowski with his new crew chief, but I don't think he's going to be at the elite status that he was. But he's still on Joe Gibbs Racing, so he's going to win at least 1 race. And I say he wins no more than 3, though. And he will help add up to Joe Gibbs Racing's 15 or more wins this season. Prediction number 11, a major sponsor will announce they are leaving during the season. This is a pretty safe prediction because this seems to happen every year. Lowe's, Nationwide, Target, and a few others that I don't remember right now have all done this recently. And of course, DC Solar was forced to leave pretty much because, they got in trouble. But yeah, I feel like that's going to happen this season again. This is a really safe prediction. If I'm going to get any right, it's probably going to be this one. Prediction number 12. All 3 manufacturers will be in the Final 4. That hasn't happened since 2016. Chevy has missed out the last 3 years, but I feel like they're going to get one driver in there, and you can already see from prediction 13, I know what driver it's... I feel like you already know which driver I think that'll be. So prediction number 13, Chase Elliott will win 4 races and make it to the Final 4. And I say this because Chase Elliott has improved every single season, it seems like. He's made improvements pretty much every season, and I feel like he's going to do better yet again. I feel like he's going to beat his 3 races one that he got last year and the year before by getting a 4th one, and I feel like he'll make it to the Final 4, but I don't think he'll win the championship. My championship prediction is always the last down there. Prediction number 14, Matt DiBenedetto will get Wood Brothers' 100th win. That's why I asked if DiBenedetto counts as an upset, because potentially, if DiBenedetto wins at a non-super speedway track, I could get 2 predictions right at once. Also, would Christopher Bell count as an upset? I don't know. This upset winner thing has a pretty gray area. I guess I'll determine who is an upset and who isn't later on down the line. That might fall into a gray area if we have someone like DiBenedetto or Bell win a race. Prediction number 15, at least one Cup team will fold at the end of the season. I'm not sure about this one anymore. I think all the Cup teams that are there are relatively stable. We don't have any like Obaika Racings or anything like that who's like uncertain about what they're going to do this season. We don't really have any teams like that. So I don't think that's going to happen now, but it's a pretty bold prediction, I guess. Prediction number 16, Kevin Harvick will win only 2 races. I feel like this season, Kevin Harvick is going to have a very 2017-esque season. He's going to be under the radar a lot, but he's going to sneak through a lot of the rounds by being very consistent. I don't know if he'll make it into the Final 4. He could, but yeah, I don't think he'll win more than 2 races. I think he will win 2 races exactly. So yeah, there's another kind of bold prediction there. Prediction number 17 is that Chip Ganassi Racing will go winless until 2/3 of the way through the season. I feel like they're going to kind of lag back at the beginning of the season, and then one of them will come in clutch. I think they'll both make the chase. Maybe with all the winners that I mentioned before, maybe one of them will miss out. But Kurt Busch and Kyle Larson, I feel like they're both pretty solid drivers, but it's going to take a while for them to win. Prediction number 18, William Byron and Eric Jones will have their best statistical seasons. I think Eric Jones will win multiple times, and I think William Byron will win at least once. I said that he'd win the 500. I don't know if he'll get another win. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how Byron does this year. This is a kind of a key season here for William Byron. Prediction number 19, there will be 14 different winners this season and 3 first-time winners. I think I already mentioned the 3 first-time winners being William Byron, Christopher Bell, and Matt DiBenedetto. If I accidentally said someone else, I'll try and figure out. Yeah, it's Byron, DiBenedetto, and Bell will be the 3 first-time winners. So yeah, if all 3 of them win, then I get half a point for this. And now prediction number 20, my champion prediction, you already see, Denny Hamlin will finally break through and win the championship. I forgot to put how many races he'd win. I feel like he'll win around 6, maybe 7 races en route to the championship. Kyle Busch will be on a pretty even playing field with him. And I feel like it's going to be really close between those 2. But I feel like Denny Hamlin will finally get the edge over Kyle Busch and win it. Redemption from last season and from 2010. So yeah, there you go. There's my predictions video. Let's see how wrong I am at the beginning of at the end of the season. This is Left Turn Productions signing out.